I'm here with Rodger Burlington, the President of Chief Development, to talk a little bit about what is in his future over the next 12 months. So Rodger, first I want to take a minute to step back and ask you, what have been some of your proudest moments or the projects that you're most proud of in the past 15 years when you've been here at Chief Development and Construction?
Boy, we've had so many successes, it's going to be hard to limit it. But I think if you look at some of the community projects that we've had the most impact on, you know, the Huddle project in West Haymarket, the Bryan Grand Island Regional Hospital here in town at Prairie Commons, the Tabitha project, down in Hastings, the Mary Lanning Medical Office building, Kearney, we had the Regional Engagement Center. Those are all iconic projects that really showcase what Chief Construction can do and the partnerships with the community.
And I know, Rodger, you have attended a lot of city council meetings. You have interacted with EDCs, chambers across the state. What are some of the projects that you've probably had the most community interaction for?
That's a great question, because for us to do development or construction projects, you've got to have it as a win-win with the community and the citizens of that community. And so if you look at the Prairie Commons development, that was one that had a lot of public meetings, ones that had the biggest impact. For the West Haymarket development down in Lincoln was quite substantial. So those are some of them that Chief kind of planted a flag in on some of these communities. And you know, going forward, we opened up offices in Hastings, North Platte, and Lincoln for construction offices. And the thought process there was, we want to be a part of the community. We're going to have employees actually on site, and we're going to grow the community by coming up with build solutions.
And the project in North Platte is similar to what you've done here in Grand Island, but can you talk a little bit more about that North Platte project?
Yeah, with North Platte, you know, several years ago we started buying up some land. This was before they had this sustainable beef announcement. North Platte was a community that needed to change its trajectory, and some of the leaders there in North Platte did a great job in changing that trajectory and teaming with developers. And so we worked with Gary Pearson at the Economic Development Corporation on the DevCo warehouses projects, where we built 11 warehouses out there with a local community build partner. And also with the Haler property and getting the golf course land. We've got over 200 acres that we've accumulated, and so we're going to do a lot of mixed use projects there, kind of focusing more on housing, which is a huge need for North Platte.
So Rodger, you mentioned the rail yard in Lincoln. We have Prairie Commons in Grand Island. You just talked about North Platte. So we can see there's been a really huge impact in the communities that Chief Construction and Development have gone in and done projects for. But what about the impact on the team? What would you say has been your greatest impact that you've left for the team as you move to your new role?
I think what we've done over the last several years is grow our capacity and going into different markets. We started solely as a design build contractor years ago, and we transitioned to do the construction management delivery method, and that has allowed us to get more experience in the larger, more complex builds, and that allowed a lot of the team members to grow right along with Chief Construction as individuals and to build their careers.
And how would you describe the culture at Chief Construction and Chief in general?
Oh, just utmost in the integrity and ethics. And, you know, we've got such a strong brand and reputation that everything we do, we have to keep that in mind so we can protect that brand and just doing the right thing. And with Chief's overall culture and mission statement, it's been pretty easy to do because we've got a great roadmap.
So you got into the development world quite a few years ago with just a tiny little project in Lincoln for the rail yard. And since then, that development project and that piece of the development radar has always been there for you, and you've done a lot of different works in different communities. And so now you're transitioning to specifically focus on those development, really starting from the ground up projects and the different opportunities in the communities. Can you talk more about what your new role looks like and some of the ventures that you're really excited to hop into and be able to move forward?
Great. Previously, I was the president of Chief Construction and Development, and with the advent of Justin coming on board and taking over as being president of Chief Construction will allow me to solely focus on development and helping communities grow. And with that in mind, the last several years we've been acquiring land and kind of putting the vision together for doing mixed-use developments. And because of the huge void in housing across Nebraska, we've kind of transitioned to include that as part of our mixed-use development solutions. And so we're going to be looking at housing solutions in North Platte, Kearney, Grand Island, Norfolk, Hastings, and you'll hear a lot about that in the next 90 days.
So as we kind of come to a close on this conversation, what is one thing that you're most excited about as you transfer into this new role?
Well, I think just being able to focus on development and working with Justin, you know, I have 100% trust in him, and he is going to be able to grow Chief Construction to levels that I couldn't have done. And so I think that's really exciting. The exciting part also is just the vision that we get from DJ Ihusen and Dave Ostick, who are part of our development oversight and investment team. We've got some great projects and great opportunities, and I think it's going to be just great for Chief Construction and Chief Development going forward.
Great. Well, thank you so much, Rodger. We're looking forward to what that next development project will be.
Thank you.